Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning. Okay, welcome to CADe-Lead webinar series today. Okay, today Tuesday, 29th of July. All right. So we have some numbers participant in our web now. Okay, this web CADe-Lead webinar series is on focusing on the MC series. What is MC? It's micro-credential series. Our guest speaker today, we have Dr. Ahmad Salahuddin Muhammad Harithuddin in the house. Okay, Dr. Salah in the house. Dr. Salahuddin, I guess figura yang tak perlu diperkenalkan lagi, a very famous person, always with us as speaker in webinar. He is from Faculty of Engineering UPM, and I guess not too late to congratulate Dr. Salahuddin. As appointed as Deputy Director at PSPK, right?
Yeah, thank you. It's a big responsibility.
So I guess today the topic on the micro-credential series on the practical strategies for industry academic micro-credential partnerships. Okay, we have a good numbers of micro-credential courses at our platform now. So I guess some of the researchers or the lecturers want to upgrade, want to have the industry linkage with the industry or with the company that where the training can be reside or register from the through the micro-credential way. So I guess I know that Dochala has several numbers of industry linkage with for the micro-credential courses, especially in with his expert on the AI delivery, everything. So I guess without further ado, Dr. Salah, the screen is yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Masnida and CADe, for the introduction. I hope my camera and my voice is clear. I'm using new system today. Hope everything is smooth. Okay. Biar saya share screen. Okay. Alright. Kalau boleh nampak screen, tunjukkan good ke apa ke. Bagi respon sikit. Nampak screen okay? Alright. Baiklah. Okay. So let me see our participants today. Participants, okay. All right. Let me actually half of my slides are in Bahasa Melayu, because when I was doing this slide, I was thinking in Bahasa Melayu. But I think maybe as the norm, just to accommodate all our staff, including international, I will be presenting in English. Okay, now the title is Practical Strategies. Now the reason I named it this way is because, the majority of the content today is my experience in working with the industries in developing micro-credential course with UPM and also with other platforms as well. So I don't know like everything about industrial collaboration, but I would like to share today my own experience, and I hope you can take a bit of what was valuable here, and then learn from my mistakes, for example. So ambil yang jernih, buang yang keruh. Okay. Let me see if I can. Yep. All right. So if I want to use this, it's all right. The license distribution is all BY and SA. Okay. So for today, hopefully today, in these two hours, I want to hopefully by the end is we know the kind of framework that we're working with when we're working with industry in collaborating with them to develop micro-credential courses in Putra MOOC, okay, the platform that CADe-Lead has been developing since, so many years. We've seen so many changes. And then hopefully by the end, you can devise your own approach in the collaboration, okay? And I'm going to divide this today into several sessions. First, I would like to just mention to you about the challenge of working in industry, the one that I find challenging. And the next one is I'll give you some examples which I've worked with, especially with IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and then with the initiative that we are doing with them. And also another one with, this is not so much of industry, this is more of a, it's a learned society. It's a consortium of universities in Asia, which I think, well, some of the things that we did there, I think can be learned and applied to industry collaboration as well. And then thirdly, I think this is the most important one. I would like to talk to you. I like to discuss about your own experience as well, your own challenges, obstacles, so that we can learn together. And then we have 27 people here, including me. So I hope we can learn from each other as well. And I think that is the most important part in here, so we can talk to each other. And then maybe there are some things you can learn from other participants as well. That's what we are hoping. Okay. All right. And then cabaran. The one big cabaran we always have, I always had when working with industry, is for them to prepare the content for the micro-credential courses, quality content. Because usually when we are approached, or I'm approaching them, or they let's say they came up with the idea and then talk to us, they got a vague idea of how the online course should be, on the micro-credential should be. So this needs to be very clear, because sometimes they think they just want to show some videos, and then once they got the videos, when people see the videos, they can provide some digital badge or provide some credentials. That's not the way. Okay. And also sometimes there's one also case where they underestimated the amount of work that they need to do. There's one example. There's a course which they have done successfully with a community. So it's a course for a community on how on I think it was on financial sustainability, something like that. If I can give a whole view of that. They have been successfully implemented the course face to face with the community. They've got all their modules and stuff like that. It's been successful. But when you want to turn into an online course, so there are a few problems that we see that is not well foreseen before. They didn't see it as a big task to do. So they kind of underestimate the work that underestimate the work that they have to do. So it is actually one of our tasks is to make them understand what should be done. And I will leave all the technical part, like what to prepare, how to conduct with, how to collaborate with CADe-Lead on developing the course, to CADe-Lead. But here I'm just going to tell you some stories that we need to actually think about when we talk about micro-credentials with community, industries, or any learned society, something like that. Okay. Now, first and foremost, whether you are thinking of a project with the industry, or whether you are already in talking phases, where you're already in working phases, you need to see the world from the bird's eye view. Pandang dunia dari mata burung. Saya ambil lirik ni dari Tanya Sama Itu Hud MNC. Okay. Now, this is really important because orang kata ini macam apa, You don't have to do this. It's not like it's important. This is just for documentation. Actually, no. The reason why mission is needed, okay, mission, that means it's a long process, yeah. Micro-credential development, the course is a long process. Might take weeks, might take months. And in the middle of somewhere, you will lose, like, you don't know what actually we are doing. So having a mission is really important. Kalau kita sesat kat tengah-tengah jalan nanti, katakanlah dah sebulan dua tu kita sesat, kita nak buat balik semua benda lah, kita nak tukar hala tujuh lah, okay, kita kena pulang pakai jalan. So this is where you refer back to your mission. Now, another one, number two. This is always the thing that Microsoft, the micro-learning, micro-credentials courses developer is thinking. They say, bila kita tanya, when we ask, who is this course for? And they say, oh, anyone can take it. We can, advertise it to anyone and everyone. Whoever wants to take it, will take it. Now, there's a rule that I think I will tell everyone. If the course is for everyone and anyone, it will be for no one. Tak ada siapa yang akan follow kursus tu. Katakanlah, contoh, ada masa mula-mula dulu, Micro-credential, we say we want to make a course on Python programming. And then we didn't have any target. We say, this course is anyone who wants to get into programming. Okay, and it turns out no one take the course, although we know that this is a compulsory course for engineering programs, for example. Although we know that first-year students all over the Malaysia will need this kind of course, but we didn't do the target properly. Okay, so no one will take it. Okay, and then finally, of course, you got to think, we are producing credentials not just for fun, just to tick the box. Or someone in the management asks us to do micro-credentials, and then we have to do one. So that's not the right way of thinking. So you have to actually think about what would the learners get by taking your course, what kind of skills, what kind of knowledge, what kind of attitude, for example, specific skills or knowledge. Yeah. So I'll give you some examples of a bad mission or bad target. Okay, mission, a good one. See, for this one is I made this for our self-instructional material development. Our purpose is to empower university lecturers to design and develop effective, engaging, inclusive instructional material for their online courses, promoting lifelong learning. So we will stick with this statement until the end. Because if there's any changes in between, any changes in the middle, we always balik ke pangkal jalan. So this is our pangkal jalan. Okay. If your mission is just, we're just going to teach stuff, I think I know something about this, I want to teach the world about my expertise, well, that's too vague. Not many people will understand it. Okay. Target, like I said before. Okay. We have to specify our target. Although anyone can take it, we need to specify it. Okay. One example, I found this very interesting. Like one little change, you can actually market your micro-credentials widely. There's a course on Photoshop. Photoshop for for whatever, image manipulation, video. But if you advertise the course is Photoshop for beginners, no one will take it. But when you say Photoshop for high school teachers, Photoshop for teaching and learning, that will get more audience. Although I know you can teach other people as well, for students, yeah. But when you make that, when you specify the target, the course will be more successful. In fact, that course, Photoshop for teaching and learning for high school, is on LinkedIn right now. And they've made a beautiful course on that one. But I find that the way they specify the target makes it successful. And then also make sure to we all learn about our stuff, like course outcome, stuff like that. Those things are actually very important. Yeah. But I'm not going to dive too much into that. Now, this is the big picture. The three things that everyone needs to agree. You and your industrial partner need to agree. What are we deciding? Number one, what's our mission? What's our target? What kind of skills or competencies that the learners will get? So when you think about micro-credential course, you will be thinking about modules. Okay, modules mean if they complete one module, they will get certain skills, and they'll complete another one, they will get another skills, they will get another competency, and by the end they complete all modules, they will get the certificate, the macro certificate. Okay, and it's easier to think think about the course as in modules, like 1, 2, 3. Don't think of it as a whole 14 weeks of course. No, it's not the optimum way of doing it, because the idea is we want people to be able to take your course, do it during nighttime on their own at the comfort of their homes. Take it, spend 1 or 2 hours, complete one module, and then that's it. That's done. So that's why I encourage you to think about the course as in modules. What kind of modules are we going to give to our learners? Okay. And each module, I'll give it to you the simplest one. You need these 6 components. Okay. Once you get introduction is to say what this module is about, the linear outcomes, what you will learn, content itself, whether it's videos, slides, notes, and stuff like that. If you want to include any learning activities, that's fine. Assessment is important because we don't know what they're learning unless you test them, and then you provide some closing words. That's it, 6 elements. So when you're thinking, I would like for you to think of a course as in modules, series of modules, and for each modules you have these 6 things. Okay. And there's number 3, there's content. What kind of content is suitable for any micro-credential course, whether it's from industry, or you might want to ask this from the industry, yeah, because usually when we work together, they will provide the content. And there are some cases where we provide the content where they just support in some areas. But for online, I would suggest these 3 is the most common, the most effective, I would say. Okay, you have to have some written materials, whether you have videos or whatever. You have to have an accompanying notes. Okay, now this is not only for the reason is some people like me, for example, if I take a course, online course, I would like to read the notes first before I watch the video so that I can watch the video quickly. And also some people who watched the video and then you couldn't really understand, or it was too long, I couldn't exactly get what was the point. They can read the notes. Okay, so that's why I said I think videos and notes are the two most important things. Slides are okay. They are more flexible than notes, but do not see it as an easy way out because, oh, I already have a slide from my class and I'm just going to paste it on my online course. Usually that doesn't work because slides usually need someone, a presenter, to present it. Yeah. So there's some examples here at 10. Yeah, I'll show it later. What kind of videos? Well, there are actually 3 types of videos. When you're discussing with there's one company, for example, they already have the video, so that's not a problem. But when you at the early stage of discussion with the industry, for example, with the community, they want to do something to teach the community about something. About, for example, pengurusan surau management kan, dia nak apa, ahli-ahli AJK surau baru tahulah pasal ni, so dia nak satu kursus pendek yang mana dia boleh bagi budak-budak muda ke AJK baru ke tengok macam mana nak buat ni, and then by the end of the course dia boleh inilah uruskan surau masjid 5 waktu ke, aktiviti masjid ujung minggu, something like that. So mula-mula dia nak buat video, so ada video okey lah, Tapi when we see, we give suggestions what kind of video you could do. So there are 3 types of videos: explainer, screencasting, and live demos. Okay, example, explainer ni, I think most of the educational video you find on YouTube, those are explainer. You got some people explaining to the screen, and then you got all of the animations lah, apa benda lah, ada footage of videos. Those are easy, but sometimes you need a very good quality recording quality camera, video, and stuff like that, microphones, to make sure what you are teaching is reach to the audience. Animation, animation like this. Okay, if you can see my cursor here, animation is quite hard to do, and you need a specialized team to do this. Screencasting is mostly for very technical subjects. For example, I'm teaching engineering and math. It's easy to do screencasting. I just show what I'm doing on the screen, and the students can learn from it. I wouldn't suggest this for any non-technical ones, because it could be a bit boring. But if you could find ways to make it not boring, I think go ahead, why not. But the most popular ones are demos. Okay, Karo Aming ni pun tengok dia buat ayam guna kujit. You can learn from the style of how they are making the videos. Yeah, sometimes you don't need big production technology or whatever. Sometimes you just need your phone, but everything needs to be high quality. Oh yeah, about videos, yeah, another thing. What's the saying? People can tolerate bad quality videos, but people cannot tolerate bad quality audio. Yeah, if the picture is not okay, it's all right as long as the audio is okay. But if audio is out, they can't hear you, they can't make sense of what you're saying, they don't understand the word coming out of their mouth, well, that's bad. So make sure your audio is clear. Okay. So demos are very I would say successful. Now I was talking about the content. Yeah, now next one is assessment. I would suggest MCQ as your main assessment. The reason is, number one is when you're dealing with many students, many learners online, and when you're dealing with people sending their assignment at different times, sometimes this weekend, sometimes early in the morning, late at night, whatever, it will be hard for you to look at the submission one by one. So I'm suggesting I really encourage you to look into MCQs, multiple choice questions. Okay, people will say MCQs are easy, they can just tembak and then get this the correct answer. Well, that's not true. In fact, MCQ can test can reach up to the fifth Bloom taxonomy, C5, cognitive number 5, evaluation, believe it or not. So we got bottom, remembering. If you remember stuff, you can use MCQ. Understanding content or applying the content, like applying math equations, something like that. Analysis, you could do that analysis with MCQ. You could do evaluation also with MCQ. All right. For example, if you got some course on ethics, well, where they need to evaluate certain situations, well, that's evaluation. The one thing MCQ cannot do is just creating. Makes sense. Okay. If you don't believe me, just ask Faculty Science Kesihatan. All this, how they teach their medical students. You can see, well, they have multiple types of assessment, but you can see that they heavily also use MCQs, and they turned out fine. Okay, so think about MCQs. Don't think about doing essays and stuff like that. Essays is doesn't work. Okay, or if you think MCQs doesn't really capture the thing that you want to assess, you could try e-portfolio. where students will, along the journey of their micro-credential course, let's say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 11 weeks, whatever, they keep a journal. And then they keep a journal where they will compile it and then hand it in to you by the end of the course. Okay. Not like every week, but by the end of the course. This one could be done. For example, we got some ideas from a course on tourism. I don't remember who was it, but it was an idea we were discussing, and then they said, no, MCQ just not enough. They need to make something. So they decided on e-portfolio, where the students will, at the end, produce a photo journal, which I think was cool. I looked at the examples. I thought, oh, this is cool. You can get some originality in there. And then there's also a forum. They did this in the forum. They said the students need to go somewhere and then take like an 8 seconds video to show their place, the place that they're visiting. So for example, if they go to this tourist attraction place, Museum Negara, for example, so they'll capture a 10-second video of themselves talking about that place and then send it on the forum. That could be an option too. But I would suggest, number one, think about MCQ. If you need more, if you need to get more experience from the students, choose e-portfolio. If you want the students to work together for your assessment, forum is the way to go. I wouldn't suggest anything else. Unless, well, I don't know if it works, but I found that these three work every time. Okay. Oh yeah, this is an example actually. People are always complaining MCQs are easy. Well, it depends on the way you did you make the questions. Yeah. Like for example, this one I just took it from the internet. This is pretty much, I would say this is bordering into evaluation kind of thing. The reason I say that is because above here they have what they call a stimuli, a stimulus, a story, a comic strip, or a situation, where you ask that, and then the question is asking about situation. So that easily could be analysis as well. Okay, it depends on how deep they need to think. So this is just one example. Okay. So usually when we first meet, let's say for example, a company or an industry or a community comes and wants to talk to you about developing a course, you need to you all need to actually agree on these three things or decide on these three things. Soalan satu. So apakah pengetahuan dan skill yang pembelajar akan dapat? I use pembelajar because I think that's the word for learners. Pelajar is student. Ini juga murid, but pembelajar is learners. So apakah kompetensi yang mereka akan dapat daripada course ni? Bukan setakat untuk iklankan syarikat ke, iklankan company, iklankan industri, iklankan produk. Tapi sebenarnya apa yang kita nak pembelajar dapat. Soalan nombor kena tanya, okay, macam mana kita nak tahu pembelajar ni, these learners, dah dapat skill tu? Saya selalu bagi contoh roti canai lah, kan? Kursus buat roti canai. Dalam kursus tu, ada video, ada orang tunjuk live demo macam mana nak buat roti canai, macam mana nak uli, macam mana preparation, macam mana nak jaga kebersihan. Kemudian macam mana kita nak tahu orang yang tengok course ni online, yang belajar ni online, dia dah tahu buat roti canai? Mungkin kena dia suruh buat video dia lah. Dia roti canai saya, ataupun tak tahulah macam mana nak suruh hantar post roti canai suruh kita rasa ke. But you gotta think it that way. Macam first kita nak tahu apa yang sebenarnya dia orang sepatutnya belajar, apa skill yang sepatutnya mereka dapat, dan kemudian macam mana kita nak tahu dia dah dapat skill tu, dia dah dapat pengetahuan tu. Itulah dinamakan pentaksiran. Dan kemudian bila kita dah tahu dua benda tu, beginning and tengah-tengah dia. Jadi macam ni kita nak ajar pembelajar ni online tentang skill dan pengetahuan. So boleh bawa framework ni lah dulu untuk bincang dengan siapa-siapalah komuniti industri yang nak bekerjasama. Okay. 3. Satu tadi mission, target and kompetensi, and then this is to help us in designing the course later if they need our help. Okay. Saya lepas ni saya akan tunjuk contoh Okay, setengah jam, nice. Saya akan tunjuk contoh satu daripada ini yang saya kata tadi, University Alliance. So this is not so much an industry. This is a 5 days course on using AI technology in education. Target ialah student undergraduate dalam dari 4 universiti dari 4 negara, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan and Hong Kong rasanya. Betul, Taiwan dan Hong Kong. Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia. Okay. So ini kita buat course ni lah. Nanti saya tunjuk course dalam ni. So asalnya ialah begini je. Kita ada kita ada monthly meeting, bi-monthly meeting lah. Dan kemudian masa ni Prof Aliani sekarang ni pengarah di iPutra. Kita bincang-bincang, kita nak try buat satu course lah. So apa yang kita start dengan mereka ialah hanya plan je. Apa ikut yang tadi yang 3 tu. Apa misi, target, sasaran, kompetensi apa, kemudian kita buatkan, okay, day 1 belajar apa, day 2 belajar apa, day 3 belajar apa, ikut constructive alignment principle dan kita bagi mereka. Dan dia tengok-tengok terus kata, wah, this is good, bagus, kita have high hopes and everything. But this is important just to get the buy-in first. Okay, this is just to get the buy-in first. The document doesn't have to be long. I think the document that we sent them is just 3 pages at maximum. Okay. And then after that, after we got the buy-in, we talk a lot with CADe. CADe has been helping us a lot. You won't believe how much they help us with this course. Although we try to do as much as we can also, but I would like to say thanks to CADe for making this happen as well. So and then the rest we pulun orang Kedah kata pulun ni, cakap pulun ni kita macam nak translate pulun lah. Kita pulun lah 1 bulan tu buat benda ni. Alhamdulillah siap, berjaya, ramai orang happy, kita ada terima feedback daripada student juga, jadilah. Jadi kadang-kadang benda ni, sometimes with a good document, good directed initiative, direct ideas, people will buy the ideas, they will see it clearly. Borang dari CADe contohnya, borang untuk kita isi apa kandungan apa semua kan, itu untuk urusan kualiti di UPM saja. Tapi bila kita bergerak dengan industri, bila kita nak approach dengan idea kita, I think it's better to think the way I showed before lah. Think about those 3 things: mission, target, and competency. What do you want to teach them? And then provide them with roughly the modules, what they're going to be. So each module follow that, the 3 things. Decide on what's the learning outcomes, what's the assessment, and what kind of activity. That's it. Okay, I will show you this later. And also after that, I will show also the work that we've done with IEEE. IEEE is a Learned Society for Engineers, but it's with them that we got the industry coming in. So it's kind of like macam ni lah, dia orang bukakan pintu untuk kita kerjasama industri lah. So ada a few things. So with this IEEE, we've gotten ideas and projects from not only from industries, from software companies, from universities as well, and then ada yang nak buat pertandingan guna Putramu, not guna Putramu, guna online platform pun ada juga. So usually because we are dealing, we were dealing with a lot of people, a lot of staff. Some are from universities, some are from event organizers, some are from companies trying to sell their product or trying to sell their courses as well. So I made this Google document here just for them to fill in. Okay, we need to do this. Could you fill this in just to let us know what you're thinking? Okay. But I think I find that these forms are really scary. I have form phobia. I have this irrational fear of filling in forms. I think others too, when they see forms, they say, how do I fill this in? but it's better just if you can just ask them for a white paper, including but make sure that white paper has this, and this, for example. Okay. And I will stop this point just to welcome any question or anything before we move on to the thing that we've done, the thing that I've done with the IEEE Circuits and Systems Society. And the presentation that I gave to the there's a conference in India back then, and then there's a lot of companies are watching this, and then by the end of my talk, we receive a few projects lah. Not projects, micro-credential projects, course projects, not like project where you do some industrial stuff. No, projects on developing micro courses. I'll talk to you using the slide that I presented to them as well. So let's take a break at a moment, and let's see if there's any question. At the meantime, let me show you the documents that I have here. Semua okey ke ni? Sila simpan soalan-soalan yang membara. Kita akan akhir nanti kita akan try to diskusi bersama. Excuse me. Okay. Just some examples saya tunjuk kat sini, boleh nampak Okay. Ini ialah 8 page. Sorry. No, tapi pertama kali kita hantar dalam 3 page kita bagi idea tu, and then dia minta details semua, kita bagi details. So this is the details that we sent to UAI the University Consortium, and this is where we want to actually develop our course, and then make sure it reaches larger audience lah. So who should attend national from universities. Okay, so 5-day course summary. So this is what we sent to them. Tak ada detail banyak pun, tapi kita, at least it's clear for them what we are teaching, how we're gonna engage with the students, stuff like that. Kita buatkan quiz apa semua, and then key references. Okay, bagi tools apa tahu. So itu saja. Alright. Saya tunjukkan lagi satu contoh. Contoh ialah ini dia. Satu lagi contoh yang bila ada industri nak datang, nak buat kursus, nak buat micro-credential dengan kita, saya bagi dia ni. Could you fill this in? Just fill what you know. If you don't know, just leave it blank. Some basic course information, course name, course synopsis, the instructor, who they are, and then just define your learning outcomes. Usually we can help them with this. If they're not sure what this is, we can always help them with this. Audience profile, what kind of audience, education level, stuff like this. Okay. And then I provide this template of the course outline template. This because it will be easier for us to upload all the content on the Putra MOOC platform later. Okay. So it has all the 6 that I showed you before, 6 components of the a module and more. We got learning outcome, we've got the type of content, whatever I call these types of asset, whether it's video, PDF file, or any web page or podcast, something like that. And then the link to the video, I ask them to put the link in the video so that we can just take the link from them and then put it in our Putra MOOC platform. Summary, forum question, if any, assessment, what kind of assessment. So in this case, usually they'll just put this multiple choice question with the answers. And then here I would like them to, because we're mostly we are dealing with sometimes research institute also. So they want to promote their papers, yeah, for example. So I said, if you have a paper you want to promote that is related to the content of the module, you can put it here. Okay, and then sometimes they've got other like corporate videos that I want to show also. Yeah, put it here. Think of it just like the Wikipedia page at the end there. There's a explore deeper, something like that. Explore further, other links. You might like this. You can put it here. So I will give this in a form of Excel. If I can find the Excel, we show it to you, and then they will just fill it in. All right. And then finally, also, we need to give them some sort of, well, I know CADe has a really detailed checklist, but usually I don't want them to get turned off by the length of the form that we give them. So I made this simple one-page checklist. Basically, it's just making sure that the course is of the up to our standard, the quality. You have all this course synopsis, outcomes, and everything. You get a minimum of how many lessons. Each video is accompanied by written summary, stuff like this. And then video quality needs to be appropriate. We say the maximum duration of one video is 6 minutes. Okay. Do not let them upload a 2-hour video or even 1-hour video, half an hour video. No, please. Imagine this lah, a boring movie, 2 hours movie, which was designed to make you stick on your seat and watch the movie. Sometimes we quit halfway. Yeah. Those are movies that designed for millions of dollars in Hollywood, whatever. But even that cannot guarantee that you will watch the whole 2 hours. Apatah lagi video educational macam ni. Even 10 minutes, people will not watch it. So that's why we set a rule that, okay, video maximum 6 minutes. Okay, I think CADe has provided some kind of more flexible 6 to 9 minutes, and there's a reason for that. Yeah, it's not that we pick the number out of nowhere. I think we found a study on what's the optimum length of video should be. Okay, 6 minutes, and then make sure everything is make sure intellectual property rights, stuff like that. So we send this to them, and then we ask them to fill in whatever you feel like you understand, but leave the thing that you still need to discuss out. You can discuss together. So I will show this to them. Okay, let me show you the Excel file that we sent them. Do we have it? Let me try and find it for you. What was it called? I forgot. The internet is a bit wonky this morning. I don't know why. Oh yeah, this is it. Okay, let me show you. Okay. All right. Hope you see this. Okay, so this is how the Excel file that we sent to them, because usually when we are doing with anyone, like, for example, this one is we are working with this research institute in Zhejiang University. So they want to contribute something to IEEE, so we help them. We said, just complete this form so that we can work together easily. So in this form, in Excel spreadsheet style, you just say, okay, just fill in the blanks. This one, lesson title, who's the speaker, synopsis, give us the video, the link to all your video stuff so that we can just, get to the Google Drive and then download from there. And then for each module, we call this micro lesson. There's a micro there. Let me make this bigger. So each micro lesson, um, we get a learning outcome, title, assessment question, dig further materials, stuff like this. So we ask them to actually complete this, so that whatever discussion with them, we can just refer to this. Okay, this is another one. Okay, and then this is where we're still doing this because it's kind of hard for them to actually come up with everything here. So we do this bit by bit. This one is pretty because it's for circuits and systems society, electronics engineering. So it's you can see this is quite technical. Even I am not too sure some of this stuff. Okay, so our discussion with them, with this research institute, is just on this document. So we're just sending back and forth this document. So it's easier for us later. It's easier for if you wanna seek help from CADe-Lead to upload the material on Putra MOOC, for example, or you upload it yourself. It's clear now. There's a structure for each modules, each micro lesson. The title, the learning outcomes, the videos, the assessment, stuff like that. Easy. Okay. All right. So let's take a break if we need. I think I need more. I need the break more. So let's take a couple of minutes break, and at the meantime, please set your questions before we move on to the next session, which I'll show what I did with this CAS community, circuits and systems society, and then how we got all the how we deal with the industries that come in through this society IEEE and work with us. All right. Kita dah memang ada yang ni ke? Ada di peringkat idea ke atau peringkat development ke dengan industri? Atau mungkin saya punya problem tak sama dengan problem orang lain ke? Kita boleh discuss lepas ni ya. Kita take a break dulu Tapi saya ada je di sini. Cakap seorang-seorang kelak. Teringat zaman PKP dulu. Mengajar dalam Zoom sekali tahu. How long would you suggest for a micro-credential modules? Okay. I would suggest the shorter the better. We found success with 1 week course, 5 days. So maksudnya the module are designed to be learned, to be completed 1 day. 1 day is 3 hours. That's the average people spending time on the module, reading it, trying to understand the content, trying to do assessment, 3 hours per day. So we design it. Okay, we need to make it just 1 week, 5 days. So we create module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each module will take about 3 hours to complete. We did this for AI. If anything longer than 5 weeks, you may have attrition. Was it attrition? Kita drop out rate akan jadi banyak. Orang akan belajar seminggu pertama lepas tu dah tinggal. Anything more than 5 weeks. Okay. Dan sekarang ni Fakulti Ekologi FEM, Fakulti Ekologi dan Manusia, dia tengah buat MPU untuk mata pelajaran universiti. Dan course dia sebab dia nak samakan dengan course yang face to face yang ada. So itu panjang lah, berminggu-minggu lah, belas-belas minggu. Tapi dia punya yang senang dia ialah inilah student boleh pulun 5 minggu pertama untuk 1 hari ke suka hatilah. Tapi biasanya untuk kursus yang dah ada ni, dia akan try tengok 14 minggu punya modul macam mana. Tapi saya cadangkan dengan industri, keep it as I would say under 5 weeks. If you can do it in 1 week, that will be great. The dropout rate will be shorter. Dr. Mokrish nak buat pasal apa? Oh, rahsia Okay, rahsia. Adalah idea kan, kita tak mau cakap lagi kan, cakap kan tak jadi. Oh, isn't 3 hours per day too heavy? Is this per module or just for one module? Salah. 3 hours. The reason why I picked 3 hours is you know Coursera did a study and they gave us the time people spend on one module. So it's about 2 to 3 hours, not more than 3 hours usually. Okay. Sorry, not per module. The amount of time average learner will spend during doing online learning, 3 hours. So we assume if it's an intensive course, we will design one module to be completed in 1 day, for example. I would design it for 3 hours. 3 hours is not that much. It's not too long, yeah. Dia tak panjang sangat. Dia macam contohnya kalau kita tengok video, kan ada pengiraan tu kan. Video 10 minit sama macam kita belajar face to face 1 jam. Dan itu satu. And then bila ada bacaan lagi, dia boleh ambil lebih lagi masa setengah jam contohnya. Kemudian bila dia nak buat assessment tu, dia nak buat quiz, dia nak tengok balik, itu semua akan jadi 3 jam. So biasanya modul yang simple, yang cukup 3 jam memang apa yang kita buat lah 3 jam. Dia tak terlalu panjang. Ada video 10 minit, ada slide yang accompanying, ada nota dia dan ada assessment, boleh sampai 3 jam. Okay. Potensi kursus Putramuk pindahkan ke Micro-credential. Apa pendapat doktor? Dia semut ya. Potensi kursus ya. Kursus yang itulah kalau kita tahu sasaran kita dan apa skill yang kita nak pembelajar tahu pada akhirnya, kita saya rasa boleh aja Micro-credentials tu. Cuma saya rasa planning tu penting, perancangan tu penting perancangan kita. Okey, saya mula balik. Untuk proses Micro-credentials, untuk kita pindahkan kursus yang kita ada kepada Micro-credentials, yang penting sekali ialah kita punya perancangan tu. Ini kursus kita yang, program kita yang besar, kita plan mana satu nak dapat macro certificate, micro certificate, dan macam mana kita nak buat digital batch dia. Kemudian kita tahu, okey, ini untuk satu kursus, satu Micro-credential course, ini untuk satu. Perancangan awal-awal tu kita tengok yang mana dulu. Ini sebelum kita buat video, sebelum kita buatkan kandungan dia, sebelum kita buatkan buatkan soalan untuk pentaksiran apa semua. Yang ni yang penting dulu, susun ni. Dan make sure semua orang nampak. Satu fakulti nampak ke, satu department tu nampak ke, dia tahu apa nak buat. Nanti barulah kemudian kita tengok macam mana kita nak buat modul dia. Kalau potensi dari segi untuk dapat pelajar dari luar, itulah saya kata tadi, sasaran, kompetensi, misi, sasaran, dan apa skill pengetahuan yang kita nak pembelajar dapat, itu yang paling penting lah. Dan itu yang macam mana kita, saya rasa lah salah satu faktor yang kita dapat pelajar daripada yang 4 negara tadi tu, Malaysia, Singapura, Hong Kong, Taiwan. Paling banyak Singapura, paling sikit Malaysia. Time itulah kita target 4 negara ni kita dapat tu. So untuk yang menarik tu, kita kena strategize mengikut sasaran kita lah. Kalau sasaran kita contoh komuniti kan, macam saya beri contoh tadi, satu tu komuniti untuk komuniti surau, kita akan dapat, insyaAllah. Bila sasaran kita kena, bila sasaran kita cukup berfokus, kita insyaAllah akan dapat pembelajar tu. Kalau kita cakap siapa-siapa je boleh ambil, kita nak offer ni kepada siapa-siapa, kita letak je dekat poster, dekat fakulti ke, website ke, siapa yang rasa minat dia akan ambil lah. Biasanya tak jadi. Biasanya tak ada orang ambil. Itu yang kami belajar. Salam Dr. Salam. What is the Dr. Sam, business model ini Putra Mohd. Content creator dapat direct loyalty. Oh, ini saya tak tahulah. Ini saya tak tahu. Oh, by the way, Dr. Sam juga dengan saya ada uruskan beberapa micro course, kita panggil micro course dalam dengan IEEE. Thanks Dr. Sam. Tapi saya tak tahu, saya tak dapat jawab yang pasal content creator tu dapat royalty ke tidak. Tapi saya rasa tak tahulah, saya tak dapat bercakap dengan pasti. Tapi sepatutnya dapat lah kan sikit. Penjanaan pendapatan apa kan. Itu nanti saya paskan Dr. Masnida lah, harap-harap nanti dia akan masuk balik. So saya rasa benda ni dah bincang even 2-3 tahun lepas pun dah ada cerita pasal ni, tapi still saya sendiri yang tak clear, saya tak dapat agak apa, tapi saya sikit ada jawapannya. Pukul 11 kita sama balik lagi 2 minit ni, ini sembang-sembang dulu. Ada soalan lagi?
Assalamualaikum.
Maaf saya punya. Waalaikumsalam.
Anissa here from Fakulti Perubatan.
Hai.
Saya nak tanya sebab saya pun ada pengalaman buat micro-credential, tak tahulah orang yang betul ke. Sebab pasal pembayaran tu, kan micro-credential memang kena bagi charges kan? Is it like
Kalau
payment?
salah satu option dia, kita boleh charge kursus tu lah untuk orang ikut.
Itulah mungkin ni untuk Prof Masnida kot sebab waktu saya buat ada banyak soalan sebab tak salah, tapi yang ini yang
Ya
pasal
ke? Saya jawab, kalau saya tak tahu saya tai chi.
pasal pembayaran tu sebab saya rasa dia perlu melalui beberapa proses. So waktu saya buat sebab saya dapat JIPP dia wajib buat micro-credential. So dia kata kena charge from what I understand lah. Buka kamera. So dia minta charge lah. Cuma saya tak tahu macam mana nak go about the charges tu. Sebab kita nak charge orang luar dalam RM50 lah. Benda tu tak berjalan lagi. So far kita buat untuk student. Sebab you kena register dan sebagainya lah. So saya nak minta advice on yang tu. Tapi kalau Dr. Salah tak boleh jawab yang tu, saya nak tanya soalan lain lah.
Kejap, kamera saya kenapa ni? Itulah saya tak ada jawapan yang konkret. Saya ada vague je fikiran tu. Tapi saya rasa proses dia kena mengikut.
For your courses, do you charge for the ones that you did?
No, they paid us to do the course. So they actually paid the instructors to do the course. I'm not too sure if the students don't have to pay lah, tapi saya rasa the university yang masuk sekali tu dia dalam konsortium tu adalah bayaran dia, tapi untuk yang ni yang tu tak ada, student akan masuk je sebab ikut MOU, MOA apa semua kan. So ada some agreement on that one. Even with IEEE also we didn't charge. But the member of IEEE, of course, they are paying the club membership and stuff like that lah, society membership. Tapi pay directly to the developer of the course, saya tak ada lagi time tu. Saya tak ada lagi sampai sekarang lah. Tapi saya rasa saya pernah nampak ada dia punya proses dia yang pembayaran tu kena melalui fakulti juga, persetujuan kan. Itulah jadi macam-macam tu. But I think Dr. Masnida ada kot, dia lagi tahulah sebab benda ni dah dibincangkan kan. Ni macam 2 tahun lepas kan? Betul tak? Betul lah.
Cuma saya nak tanya sebab my struggle bila buat micro-credential is benda tu melalui banyak proses. Setiap micro-credential kena ada dia punya aktiviti, lepas tu kena ikut aktiviti yang telah ditetapkan dan juga kena ada assessment dia. Lepas tu video pun mengambil masa lah kan.
Betul.
How do you, kita pun ada kerja-kerja lain juga kan. How do you, I had to get an RA to help me lah. Itu pun betul.
Itu jawapan saya masa untuk yang ada belon.
Itulah masa.
Saya untuk satu kursus ni memang kita hire satu teaching assistant to help us with video kadang saya buat kat rumah juga, terhapus with slides lah. Slides nak bagi nampak profesional kan, nampak sama kan. Kan setengah kadang kita buat tu slide ni bentuk lain, slide ni bentuk lain. So we actually use some of the money that we get to ni lah, to hire TA help us, because kalau buat sendiri memang
Untuk ada app tak yang nak pakai? So my RA dia orang pakai app something lah, tapi macam ada tak yang sesuai untuk kita sebagai busy lecturers?
TA saya guna Canva. Dia
Canva
guna
je.
Canva. Untuk video saya guna screencasting je.
Screen.
Bila saya buat kat rumah kan, macam contoh kan Google Meet ni kan, kita boleh rekod diri sendiri kan. Lepas tak ada gambar kita sebelah dan ada screen kita kan. So saya buat screencasting, saya tunjuk apa-apa ni lah, guna tools ni, gedebak-gedebak.
Kalau
And then
video
saya
tak
record tu lah, 7
kalau
minit
video tak
lah.
cantik, dia orang contact balik tau. Cakap tak cantik, boleh tak nak record balik? Kita pula nak cari masa record.
Itu kadang-kadang we have to do it the right first time. It's the struggle that we have to go through to become good. I'm not saying that I'm good. I still have ni lah, tapi that's why I do. I have set up dekat rumah, yang mana pukul 11 tengah malam tu kan, pukul 12 tengah malam semua orang dah tidur, kita buat recording tu. But screencasting is the one that I find is very easy to do for me. Kalau nak buat live demo tu payah sikit, sebab nak kena ada orang, ada professional photographer, kalau tidak tak cantik nanti kan. Saya nak bagi satu cerita SPE, Sekolah Perniagaan dan Ekonomi. Tim yang buat kursus keusahawanan, memang inilah, dia tahu struggle, dia tak overestimate apa dia kena buat, dia tahu apa yang dia kena buat, ada banyak kerja apa semua. Jadi dia memang ada team, ada seorang ketua yang coordinate semua, dan dia punya team pun memang bekerjasama lah. Dia buat macam ni tau, dia buat satu hujung minggu, Sabtu Ahad, berkampung dekat Hotel Bangi tu, section berapa, section 6 berkampung, dan kat situ juga buat video apa semua, 2 hari siap. Dia ada video, ada tunjuk apa semua lah. Itu bila ada yang a good team, itulah. Tapi kalau memang itulah buat seorang-seorang, macam kadang saya pun kadang ada yang jenis tu, kita ada team kecil je, 3-4 orang je. Tapi bila itu contoh yang SPE buat, dia just spend berkampung 2 hari dekat Hotel Bangi tu, ada background cantik semua, dia buatlah gambar penggambaran. CADe ada tolong sekali lah, kita tengok sekali proses tu.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Dr. Gayatri, dalam KPM pensyarah di Micro-credential dikira dalam section mana? Dalam pengajaran tu memang ada satu untuk Putra MOOC. Saya rasa dia ada sekali dengan, kalau kita dah develop Putra MOOC, kita ada boleh tick the box that we have developed that. Can there be a physical activity at UPM in some parts of the context of module and the exam is only online in UPM? Yes. Betul. Sebab sometimes when we think about micro-credentials, we are thinking about online. Just online course, online everything. But you could also have something that, some parts is online, some parts where you have to actually come to UPM to do the labs or to do the assessment, whatever. Yes, you could do that. It's still considered micro-credential. Micro-credential just means that you will get some kind of credentials, some kind of micro-ijazah, micro-sijil untuk kursus tersebut. Kan? Contoh macam tadi lah, kita buat roti canai kan, kita boleh bagi, katalah seorang tu ada, saya bagi contoh contohnya agak agak kelakar, tapi contohlah degree dalam roti canai. Okay, so dalam degree roti canai tu, katalah dia tak nak habiskan 4 tahun buat degree roti canai saja, tapi dia nak tahu buat uli apa semua tu, goreng-goreng cukup. Okay, so sebab tu kita buat micro-credentials ni, you have just one say 1 year or half a year or 3 months or something like that to just get a part of the whole degree. So that's the idea of micro-credentials saja. How we want to provide the training, the assessment, do the assessment, stuff like that, could be 100% online, could be 50-50, 80-20, stuff like that. It's up to you. Boleh je kursus sekarang ni, F2F ni, face to face, kita buat micro-credentials. Kan, contohnya dia dah habis kursus ni, dia akan dapat micro sijil kejuruteraan aeronautik kapal terbang sahaja. Okay, kapal terbang je, helikopter dia tak tahu. Okay, So you could do that, of course. Boleh dapat CPD points.
Ya, kursus ni hanya considered is credentials from UPM lah, bukan MQA ya.
Credentials, yeah, we will give the sijil and everything is from UPM. And it depends when you talk about MQA. Well, we have two kinds of micro-credential course. One that is based off of our program. For example, I myself have aerospace engineering program. I want some of my course to be, micro-credentialed. Say, if you take this course, you will get this micro certificate, something like that. Now, that course is already from my program, which is already accredited by MQA or Boards of Engineers Malaysia. That's fine. So your micro-credential course, the online course, will be based on whatever is agreed in the curriculum, in the program. So that is accredited already. That's no problem. There's another course, there's another micro-credential course called Mandiri. Mandiri means it is not related to our program. It's not related to our curriculum, but it's a standalone. Mandiri standalone. Like, for example, the AI course that I made, it's a standalone. It's not related to any of our program. So that is not MQA accredited or anything, but it's UPM. UPM will give out the digital badge, micro certificates and everything. And when working with communities, I think kursus standalone like this, it's more flexibilized. So you can do it faster. You can because it's more flexible, you could do a lot with it. You can compress it, you can extend it, you can make it more compartmentalized and stuff like that. So two courses, kursus mandiri, yes, it could be a standalone course. The credential will be provided by UPM, and there's another one, micro-credential course, which is based off of our program, credentialed by UPM. And also because the program is already accredited by MQA or BEM or whatever, in my case, Board of Engineers Malaysia, CADe will just need to make sure that the online is the same as the online content is follows all the kesetaraan and everything lah with our program. Dr. Wan Alia boleh dapat CPD points untuk doktor perubatan? I'm not too sure. Azri, tolong saya. CPD points. This one. Is there a minimum requirement to develop a course? For example, minimum contact learning hours in total? Hold on, let me check if CADe-Lead credentials. Oops. Okay. CADe has made a document, pretty comprehensive ones on this, but let me see if I can find it here. All right. This is so check the checkbox. This is the page for micro-credentials, but let me give you the actual thing that you need to look at. So, oops. Okay. All right. Since this question is on here, so let me. Sorry, what's going on? Okay. I'll provide the link here, but I will show on my screen as well. All right. So on CADe's website, there's this pengenalan for micro-credential UPM. It's pretty comprehensive. It shows you, okay, this is some micro-credentials UPM. So this is what I was talking about, micro-credentials from the program and the micro-credentials, the standalone ones. Okay. Now, this is the structure, the stack stacking model. So we got digital batch, micro, sigil, and macro. And if I can find. So in this slide also, you'll have this garis panduan micro-credentials. Those all the details in there. So the numbers and stuff, the examples are there as well. And then if you need to, there's some flow chart on how to actually develop course for a standalone course. Okay. So there will be some kind of there will be a semakan quality, and kita pun ada jawatan kuasa technical, micro-credentials, UPM. Sometimes I've also one of the panels invited, and we will have to talk to CQA also, for example. Okay. For kursus from program, the flowchart is a bit more complicated. For standalone, it's kind of easy. All right. But for this one is kind of complicated. Okay. Yeah, there's some phases that you need to know. There are some forms. Oh yeah, this is the one. If you are doing an MC, micro-credentials of a program, to match the student learning time, jumlah jam pembelajaran, you can refer to this. Okay. I think it's pretty useful. If you need more details like examples and stuff, there's a garis panduan which link I think in this slide as well. Okay. All right. Hopefully that will be useful. Let me go back there. Okay. Boleh. All right. Dr. Wan Alia ada jawapannya ya. Daripada CADe-Lead dah tanya balik tu. Soalan seterusnya, for standalone, can we get speedy points? Any experience before? I'm not too familiar with the speedy points thing, because the one that I've made usually is, yeah. I will direct the questions on the CPD points to maybe Dr. Khaizir from CADe-Lead. I think you know more about the technical things about this. Okay, this is great. We got a lot of questions. This is what we want, and okay. So Dr. Wanalia, Dr. Gayatri, you can I hope someone from CADe will reply to your message about CPD points, because I think this is part of training, and CADe-Lead has a lot of knowledge on this one, particularly regarding to this convention and standards used by UPM. Okay, let us continue with the one that I promised you. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to show you the slide that I used to I presented this in a conference, multiple conference. This is the way that we introduce ourselves, we market our thing. Just to let you know, this is we didn't do this with Putra MOOC, but we did this with IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, Circuit System Society. But a lot of what we do here, the difference is just with Putra MOOC is just the borang lah. Our borang is different, and their borang is, but the mechanism and everything is the same. So just let me show you what we did here. Yeah. So it's there's an educational initiatives at the Institute of Electrical Electronics Engineering, and they got a whole ecosystems that supports this. So that's good for us. I'm representing CAS, Circuits and Systems Society. Okay. So this is just showing that. So Well, I think just like UPM and CADe-Lead here, we have our own mission on this micro credentials. Why are we doing this stuff like that? So what they have is something like this. So this is basically our big mission. So that's why I said before we need to have a mission in the beginning. So this is like the big umbrella that covers the mission of all missions, I would say. So we have a few initiatives. Not no, sorry. IEEE has a few initiatives, but what we proposing at that time was this micro learning thing. So we are micro learning is another term for micro credentials lah. We call it micro learning because we are trying to market it as, you know, you learn your stuff 6 minutes a day, watching videos, and then you can spend the rest of the time, you know, doing other stuff, doing quizzes and stuff like that. So, and it can be asynchronous, on demand. I don't want to learn it now. I want to learn it on a weekend. You know, we don't have to be there. It's asynchronous. And then the others are all just hours and days. So our videos are just like minutes. Okay. So this is our like value proposition mostly. And then just like our own micro credentials, we provide certificates, digital badges. Same thing. Same thing. I think everyone else in the whole world are using the same ideas of digital badges and certificates. They can actually put this on their LinkedIn profiles just to show off, you know, I'm competent in neural systems and applications and stuff like that. You know? Okay. And of course, after we did some things, we provide some kind of I would say statistics to show our students coming from where, all over the country, all over the world, and we get some of the testimony. And this is just, you know, when you want to try to convince people, you can show this. So this is what I show everyone, industrial partners and institutes. I didn't really connect with community at this time, so the content might be a bit too long and too detailed. So concept micro learning. So I told them micro learning is, you know, small course divided into micro lessons, short amount of time, targets only with a single learning objective. Today we want to learn this one only, and then we learn that. Self-paced. There's a multimedia elements, and there's a reinforcement. That means just like when we studying for SPM last time, you know, we got, you know, everyday quizzes, practice questions, stuff like that. And I showed them this, you know, let's say micro course in 1 week, you got 7 days, so we can separate each day. You learn about in half an hour, that's enough. Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes each, and then the one whole week you can learn, you know, 10 to 15 times 7, something like that. Okay. Design a micro lesson that takes 10 minutes to complete. So our aim that time was not 3 hours. Our aim was that 50 minutes only, really short. Everything is really short. We call this bite size. You don't eat the pizza as a whole. You take it slice by slice. Same thing. Okay. And then we told them that we're gonna do this, something like this. Each micro lessons, the video needs to be less than 6 minutes. You need to have some kind of reading. You need to have one shot assessment. So this is what we tell them. If you want to design the course with us, follow this. Okay. And then this is actually I came up with this wired. This is the same as the constructive alignment principle that we had before, the 3 things, right? The learning outcomes, the assessment, and the learning activities. But if I present that kind of really technical stuff, educational theory and all that, you know, that might turn off. So I designed something like what I call wired. I would say each module has to be wired. Okay. You must have the W, which you must have a video that people can watch. You must have some kind of interaction, I, which could be some kind of forum, Q&A. You need the chat box, that's fine. Whatever available on the platform. Like our Putra MOOC, we have chat as well as forums and stuff like that. So that one is a must, we say. And then we say we have to have some kind of assessment where student can, you know, revise, do some reflection, or it's a small type of formative assessment like MCQ, which is good for them to retain the knowledge, what they learn from the module. If there's no assessment, then I don't think it will be as effective. Okay, so basically RE is just assessment. And then dig deeper. Dig deeper is, well, if you learn this in 10 minutes, maybe it you are curious, more curious than before. You want to find out things. So we show them, okay, if you need to learn deeper about this, go to this link. If you need some a video that is really a movie that is related to this content, watch this. If you need to read more in detail, read this paper, for example, or read this, look at this infographics. So this is just like, you know, we are hopeful that once they finish all the module, they will click on this link because they need to find more. So I put it as wired, and then tell everyone, okay, your module, each of your module has to be wired. You need to have something to watch, somewhere to interact, some kind of assessment where they can do revision, retain the memory, whatever, retain their learning, or some can do reflection, and then have something for them to dig further into the topic. So this is what we told them, wired. This is an example. This is also using the same Moodle, just like our Putra MOOC. So there's no reason why it cannot be done on Putra MOOC as well. I've done it on Moodle platform. Okay, something like that. And then this is the platform that we use, ml@eee.cas.org. Not too different from our Putra MOOC as well. And then for each course, we did a poster. We did a poster so that, you know, it's more interesting. When the poster looks professional, when it looks nice, people will want to register for your course. If it's made with, you know, multiple colors, you got 6 different types of fonts in there, and then you got, you know, you got faces of someone real big, and the most important things are real small, it wouldn't be an effective a poster. So in here also we put the badges that you can get, what kind of, so everything is compact in one poster, so they know what to do. I think when we did this poster, we read something about the marketing techniques. Read a book on marketing, like how do you design a poster. So actually we don't just design poster like the way we do in Canva, PowerPoint. There's certain technical things in here, which we learn also. Like for example, each poster must have a call to action. For example, if you want this poster so that you advertise your course so that people will register, you know, tell them in that poster, scan here to register, enroll now here, so that they can make decision already. So this is something new I learned from marketing people. Yeah, this is another one. Okay. And then I consider that UPM is lucky because we already have the Putra MOOC, because we keep getting requests from other universities as well to do their course. Like for example, this FPGA vision lane detection for automotive control engineering, and design thinking for our university as well, because they didn't have what we have like Putra MOOC. So they're seeking for this kind of thing. So if you want to take a look at this, it's a microlearning IEEE CAS.org. Okay, this is one example. Let me show you an example that we did with in Putra MOOC, the course. So this is the course. Okay, on Putra MOOC. Okay, oh, let me log in first. No wonder. So this is the course that we did with the University Consortium. We got we get students from 4 countries, the one that I told you about. So it's on using AI technology for students. So I have we have 5 modules. So yeah, we designed this to make it interesting. This is the theme for our course. So that means all posters, all slides are all following this. I think we have one teaching assistant to help with this. He's also good in instructional design, so which helps us a lot. So we got this synopsis, we got the learning outcomes for the whole course, and we got an intro here. So module number 1 looks like this. That's all. We did a live video in 1 day. All right, and then it's just a great job. You completed module number 1, not just for fun. And then module 2, same thing, learning outcome, introduction, video. This is my video, the one that I told you. I made it midnight, 12 to 1 a.m. in the midnight alone, just using screencasting, just to show you an example. Yeah. Now I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay, so there's the screen of what I'm doing, and then there's my face. That's it. That's it. Okay, it doesn't need to be complicated. Okay, it can be complicated, but okay, same thing here. Module number 3 is on ethics. Okay, just to show you as well. Yeah, we got the I show my slides, but at the same time I show my face as well. In this short video, I'm going to show you the definition of what is academic integrity. So a formal definition by of plagiarism as well. So always able to verify the output is correct. So as you know, when we teach about AI, ethics is a must. So this is a video of me teaching using the slides that I have, but I turned it into a 7-minute video. That's enough, 7 minutes, not more than that. It's kind of different from the way we teach in class. Let me show you the forum that I made. So this is a forum which students actually post their questions and stuff like that, and I reply. They're asking about stuff. I show stuff. Try to this is good for. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. There are too many questions at the same time, but we did this successfully. Okay, so a lot of interaction with the students, which the students like. Some students really appreciate that. I know most of the students just don't care. They just want to finish everything quickly. So this is my our quiz on Putra MOOC. Okay, I'm going to fill this. So situation, answer. I'm just going to answer anything. Another situation, question, stuff like this, situational kind of thing. Okay. How many questions do I have? Man. Okay. So this is how is it going to look like? Oh, what is this? Why do I have to do it again? Finish the attempt. Or click return to attempt. Submit all and finish. Yes, submit all. I don't care if I. So which one I got right? Oh, I got 2 out of 5, which is fail. So in this one, I can get this. I can redo the question. There are options for them to redo the questions. There are also options where if you fail once, you fail everything. But I wouldn't recommend that. So that's how it looks like. And then summary, when they click on it, congratulations. I told them, so far we have learned about such and such. Next, you will do such and such. Okay. So pretty much this is how it looks like. Okay. And then finally, at the end, I've asked them to do a portfolio. Simple portfolio, just asking them for each day to each day to record their learning. So I just pick one example here. I hope you can still see this. Oh. Let me see if I can share this. Stop here. Let me share. Oh, let me share here. Okay. All right. I hope you can see. So this is their portfolio. So basically, each day I need them to actually fill in some banks. So they do it in the course of 5 days. So each day they got something, which is one way to do it. I would prefer more pictures though. So that's one example. Okay, we got Debbie. Debbie was a good student. That's why the file is big. Let me show you the example as well. Another one. Okay, yeah. She's from Singapore, yeah. She's doing PhD art practice. Nice. Okay, so yeah, to put some, so this is kind of, good because it's a way for them to get more, for you as well, to, if you're bored with MCQs, you want more creativity, you can do it this way, ask the students to submit a portfolio. Yeah, so at the end, that's it. 5 days course, done. The length of the course is actually can be done in 5 days, but we gave them 2 weeks to complete everything, which is nice. So yeah, I hope I've shown some examples of what I did with the industry. But oh my god, there's a lot of, I got ants. Semut. Where does this come from? Sorry. Ada semut atas meja. Where does this come from? This morning tak ada. Okay. So let me stop sharing and then get back to you all. That's what I say is sharing my experience on what I think is a challenge for me when we were working on this one, and I hope if you're facing the same challenge, you could find the same solutions. But I agree also that different contexts might have different issues and stuff like that. So that's why one of the outcomes was like you can devise your own method, your own approach when collaborating with industry on micro-credentials. Okay. Do we need MOU, MOA if collab industry? Usually it's easier. It's way easier if you're MOU, MOA because a lot of things can be done like. If you don't, well, I don't think you need it, but when you're collaborating, right, you might have some other projects coming up, right? So this could be, if you don't have MOA yet with a company, for example, this could be a start. Because you need some kind of substantial project to start with, yeah, for example. So micro-credential could be a good start to say, initially we're going to do this course and then next we're going to do this, that, this. So I would you don't have to have MOA, MOU, but having MOA, MOU will make it a lot easier. Can we make it a free course, but if participant wants the cert, then they need to pay? Yes, I think that's the model in the industry that they're doing. Coursera is doing that. EDX is doing that. Udemy is doing that. You can take the course, for example, but if you need the certificate, you need to pay. Okay. Or for example, you can take the whole course, but this part here is paid only, for example. Think like if you're thinking like a business, you can come up with ideas like this. But yes, Dr. Wanalia, that's the business model that the macro-credentials industry is doing. Coursera is doing that. I think companies like IBM and also, no, I think IBM is, you have to pay them to access the course. But Coursera is like that. Yep. Boleh dapat CPD points? And this is a previous question, yeah. Okay. All right. So I promised you that the final minutes of this presentation is you want to together talk about what's your ideas and maybe I don't have the answer, but other participants in the forum knows the answer, so we can discuss as well. If you have some ideas yang tak masak lagi kan pun nak sembang pun boleh, jenis idea pun semua kan. But I really like the idea of yang surau tu, dia minta buat micro course untuk latih AJK surau baru kan. Simple je course dia, tapi you know it's fun. You contribute to community in a fun way. It's not too technical, but yeah, it's fun overall. Boleh terangkan kembali perbezaan akademik dan mandiri? Boleh. Saya akan guna slide daripada kit tadi lah Oh, ada 2 orang tengah tengok. Alright. Mari kita lihat siapa yang kena. Alright. Okay, minta maaf saya scroll ni. Okay. Right. Okay. Dia yang mudahnya begini kita fikir Micro-credential academic ialah maksud kursus yang kita micro-credentialkan. Maksudnya kita nak bagi digital badge ke, kita nak micro-credentials ke, atau micro certificate atau macro certificate untuk program yang dah sedia ada. Okay. Contoh program saya Aerospace Engineering, kejuruteraan aeroangkasa. Kita ada belajar pasal kapal terbang, roket, satelit. Okay. Program ni dah ada, dah accredited by MQA ataupun by Boards of Engineers Malaysia. Okay. Tapi saya nak decide untuk kejuruteraan kapal terbang ni saya nak buat micro-credentials. Saya nak student saya bila habis je 5 kursusan ni dia dapat makro sijil, makro certificate kejuruteraan kapal terbang contohnya. Okay. Now untuk yang ini yang dinamakan MC program akademik. Sebab programnya sudah memang dah ada, dah accredited, dah melalui proses buat kurikulum yang kita tahu panjang bukan main tu kan. Daripada peringkat jabatan, fakulti, JKKK, JKKU, gedebuk-gedebak, sampailah jadi program. Dah kena accreditation, audit apa semua. Ini dia panggil MC program akademik. Okay. Bezanya ialah MC tu, micro-credential course yang kita nak buat tu harus mengikut apa yang tengah dalam kurikulum tu lah. Jumlah jam pembelajarannya, kontennya, sinopsisnya, hasil pembelajarannya, semua kena sama. Macam mana nak samakan? Itu cerita lain lah. Ada tadi kan, kalau 10 minit video sama dengan 1 jumlah jam pembelajaran, itu cerita lain. Tapi basically, micro-credentials yang berasaskan based on the existing program, the existing curriculum. Now, satu lagi ialah mandiri. Mandiri ni ialah kita buat satu kursus baru, mungkin 1 minggu, 2 minggu, 5 minggu, 10 minggu pun boleh, yang dia tidak terkait dengan program kurikulum yang sedia ada. Contoh, saya buat tadi kursus on generative AI. Ini tak ada kena-mengena pun dengan program kejuruteraan komputer ke, program di sains komputer ke, di fakulti sains komputer ke, tak ada kena-mengena. Ini stand alone. Saya buat dulu untuk 5 hari untuk student mana-mana. Ataupun contoh kursus ni ialah kursus tadi, kalau ada saya nampak, kursus menyusu dengan yakin. Kursus ni untuk ibu-ibu di yang first time mothers. Is that what you call it? yang apa mak-mak yang baru melahirkan anak, kadang-kadang dia tak tahu macam nak menyusukan. Dan kita bagi ni kepada klinik-klinik klinik kampung contohnya, klinik untuk ibu-ibu ni lah. So khusus ni untuk ni, dia tidak terkait pun dengan program-program di poverty mandate contohnya. So yang ni lebih fleksibel, lebih mudah kita nak, kita tak payah fikir sangat pasal jumlah jam pembelajaran, content syllabus kena ikut apa semua, tapi still kena ikut yang self-instructional module tadi, kena ada tu hasil penjarahan, taksiran apa, itu still kena ada. Sebab kalau tidak, tak jadi apa lah kan, betul. So kita still, cuma dia tidak terikat dengan apa yang diputuskan dalam buku program kurikulum lah, itu. Jadi yang ini is more flexible. You can approach community, approach industry, akademik nak buat kursus sendiri. Kalau industri nak buat kursus dengan kita, dia kata dia ada something nak buat, tapi dia tak tahu macam dia tak boleh, dia nak university partner yang bagikan digital batch contohnya kan. Itu jadi standalone lah. Okay. Right. Stop share. Terangkan konsep teradun. Oh, teradun begini, teradun konsep dia begini. Ya, saya lukis. Lukis. Okay. Lukis dah. Contoh macam ni lah, saya bagi graf ni lah Sorry. Okay. Katakanlah kita ada satu kursus ni sepenuhnya physical, face to face. Okay. Ini kita panggil traditional learning lah. Maksudnya semuanya kena datang kelas, semuanya kena pergi lab, jumpa cikgu, jumpa pensyarah semua. Ini traditional learning. Kalau blended, maksudnya teradun. Pembelajaran teradun, blended. Dia ada parts yang kita jumpa dengan lecturer, dengan cikgu di kelas, di bilik kuliah, di makmal contohnya, di lapangan. Ada part tu, dan ada juga part yang online. Okay. Dan biasanya saya rasa nombor kalau tak salah. Kalau tak salah antara 20% ke 80%. Kalau okey. So katakanlah kandungan kursus tu 20 hingga kandungan dan pembelajaran aktiviti 20 hingga 80% online, ini dikira teradun, blended learning. Itu yang dipanggil blended. Okey, kalau semuanya online, itu 100% online lah. Itu yang kita panggil online course. So blended ni ialah gabungan antara yang traditional dengan online. Ada percentage je lah. Kalau terkurang, kita still panggil traditional. Kalau terlebih sangat, kita akan panggil online, fully online course. So itulah bila kita cakap tak adun apa, blended learning lah. Yang kita kena buat tiap-tiap hujung semester tu kan. Buat apa. Boleh awak MC daftar to any other platform, contohnya masuk dalam Coursera. Kita right now, Dr. Chia are you the Dr. Chia that we did a bengkel in some hotel before? Are you the same Dr. Chia? How is it different? Kita tak biasanya. Yang ni tak lah. Kita ada yang sendiri punya Putra Mooc, which is based on Moodle, Moodle is one of the big LMS lah, learning management system. The others are like Blackboard, something like that. The same, but I think in Malaysia everyone is using Moodle, which is the same platform as Putra Mooc. Do we want to make a course in Coursera, for example? They have already invited us many times. But as you know, dia tak jemput kosong lah kan. Dia mesti ada kena bayar-bayar sikit. So itu yang berat tu. But I admit they have a really what I would call an optimized platform lah for that. And I saw a few universities also offering their course in Coursera. For the time being, we don't see any movement to that yet. But It's always diorang pun sangat suka nak bekerjasama dengan universiti lah. Dia kata you can, you know, make your own course by mix and matching with our course, something like that. Itu agak complicated sekelah technically, because at the end of the day, UPM as a university is the conferrer of degrees. We decide who should give the degree tu lah. Whether it's sijil, whether it's yang pergi convention convocation tu, whether it's digital batch, micro sijil, macro sijil, itu sebenarnya tugas universiti. Sebab itulah kita nak buat kurikulum ni berapa panjang ni proses dia kan, kena dapat persetujuan semua orang, because it's really important. So when we have industry coming to us to give the program academic sekali tu, it becomes really complicated lah. Dari segi who will decide that this company, for example, program is up to our standard of assessment contohnya. So that's why in terms of offering our course in other platform, there's a lot more process behind it, so more agreement. But I myself, I really like the idea. I saw my university also offering course in Coursera, and I thought they have an excellent platform, the whole ecosystem. Good. I mean, they are the industry itself, like Coursera, right? So yeah, I've been thinking about that as well. Terima kasih Dr. Salam. Semua okay, no worries. Thank you, Dr. Salam. What is the next step if you have to draft out a micro-credential course? Do we need to have it reviewed at the faculty level first, or to submit CADe? Okay, let me show you. There's a flow chart just now. Flow chart is more, it's clearer in that case. Okay, we got different flow chart for different type of course. Okay, Dr. Gayatri or Prof. Gayatri, if it's for the standalone course, the flow chart is much simpler. You can start planning with your team, and all the three things, the pandang dunia dari mata burung tadi, constructing alignment, okay. And then there will be 2 forms which CADe will give you. You just fill in. Basically, it's telling CADe that what kind of content, what kind of assessment, how many, stuff like that, how many modules, stuff like that. So this is it. And then once we agreed, you can at the same time develop the course lah. Develop as in, you know, you design the video, you design the assessment, you design the content and everything. And then we will have penilaian from jawatan kuasa technical MC. Okay, we will look at the content and we say, oh, this is not enough, or for example, oh, this is just too much, or, you know, stuff like that. But usually we are looking at, we also have one technical which will look into the technical stuff, technical basis of your course, whether it's correct, stuff like that. And there will be also another panel who look into the whole structure of the micro-credentials, whether it's, you know, stuff like, oh, you have your modules, you have your 6 elements of self-instructional module, you have your assessment manageable, stuff like that. Once that's okay, once you reach the lulus, you can start terus tawaran lah, no worries. Okay, and the rest is all just pemantauan. For a course or that is based off of the existing program, well, it's a bit complicated lah. Okay, again, you have to have from here you have to go through jabatan and faculty first, and then you have to go to JKKU, JKKK, PSU, and then we will also have the jaminan quality is still the same, and we will deal a lot with also CQA or quality, continuous quality assurance. Yeah. We will go there and then they will look at it. They will have another panel to look at it. So it's a bit more zigzaggy, the flow chart. This one is for any course that is based off of your existing program, existing curriculum. Okay. If you do the surah I see tadi, what platform you use? Salah, sorry, no, you Putra MOOC lah. It's fine, Putra MOOC. But the design of the course needs to be simple lah. Really simple. One video, one assessment, and just a page of notes. That's it. And then a Q&A board. Q&A, dia tanya, macam mana tekan ni ya? Contohnya lah. Oh yeah, that's one important lesson. Yeah, when you do with the community, you don't always assume that they know all the gadgets, the wizardry of this online learning. Yeah, so your instructions need to be clear. Your buttons has to be bigger, so that they know where to click and stuff like that. But I will leave that to instructional designer that we have in CADe. If we have one, I think we have one to design that for you, or to advise you on that. But most of us are lecturers anyway, so we know how to actually talk to different people. If you teach our students with this way, we teach to, for example, community di kampung, your language needs to be different, the instructions need to be different. When you do kursus for orang tua, lagi lah banyak consideration yang kena tahu. Tak boleh cakap, okay, copy this Google Doc and make it the template and upload this by, some of them are really struggling with the online thing still. So, what I'm saying is accessibility needs are different for each people. So, but Putra MOOC is fine. Putra MOOC je. And then upload a video on YouTube. You can link your YouTube video to that Putra MOOC. It's fine. Okay, 11:53, 7 minutes left. Maybe I'll wait for more questions, but I think maybe Dr. Masnida, you want to say something? I think there are a few questions here which I think you are more qualified to answer. Ya, Dr. Mas.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Thank you, Dr. Salahuddin. Thank you very much.
Tadi ada soalan ni pasal pembayaran. That's totally
Oh yeah. Sorry guys, because I'm at another workshop. It's also related to us, academician at UPM, because for the TOT workshop for new version of our Putra Blast. So the roadshow for that, for all the lecturers at UPM, we're going to be on middle of August later. So regarding the that one Putra Blast, and today I need to be hosting for Putra Blast, but what Dr. Salah sharing here is that another platform that we use, which is Putra MOOC. Which Putra MOOC will be branding soon, very soon. Okay. So rebranding. So Dr. Salah been invited, right? To the peluncuran by Dato' Bisikta nanti awal bulan 8. Okay. Apa tadi? Ni pembayaran mengenai kursus Micro-credential, dan juga ada bit kita ada agihan pendapatan juga. So hebahan belum lagi dibuat sebab kelulusan baru lepas meeting last Julai hari itu. Julai lah, Julai ke pertengahan ke awal Julai itu. So akan buat hebahan kepada ketua PTJ later. So all PTJ akan dapatlah that information from the from faculty level. Kita akan CADe-Lead akan share hebahan to the ketua PTJ later. Semua maksudnya Mandiri pun ada dia punya pembayaran yuran, dan juga accredited academic pun ada dia punya yuran sahaja. But then one for all the student ataupun peserta of the micro-credential courses yang luar UPM. Student UPM memang tak ada cost lah, dia free.
Kalau student UPM kita tak adalah charge kan?
Tak ada charge.
Tapi sebab kita pun cakap pasal dengan industri kan, so itulah.
Industri memang akan ada charge lah. So for now memang free lah. Peserta yang from industri, peserta yang di mana industri put dia punya micro-credential course in our Putra MOOC, peserta mereka daripada luar for now is free kan, free. Tapi bila ada incur the yuran later, dan lepasnya adalah dekat Putra Mooc nanti you nampaklah ada tab button to pay first before you can go to proceed for the learning process. Okay. Itulah ceritanya. Nanti
Ada
ada
siapa-siapa dah ada
kehandahan.
idea ke? Ada siapa dah idea ke? I think what we need is I dulu ada nampak beberapa saya nampak ada beberapa kursus untuk komuniti yang saya rasa bagus. Tapi kadang-kadang mungkin sebab kita yalah mungkin kurang insentif ke, kurang motivasi ke, tak cukup masa ke. Tapi sometimes bila kita tengok kursus tu, kita tengok isi kandungan suka tu, memang harapnya kursusnya berjaya tapi dia tak diteruskan ke adalah mungkin sebab-sebabnya. Tapi itulah, kalau kita dengan industri kebanyakannya mungkin senang lah. Untuk pengalaman saya tak adalah banyak hohek-hohek sangat kan. Tapi dengan komuniti ni kalau ada nak tengok juga, mungkin dah ada tapi saya tak dengar ke apa kan.
Okay, ada soalan pada Dr. Gayatri tu. Can be micro-credential part of the credit crediting to the postgraduate student like master PhD. Sebenarnya kita punya, especially for kursus MPU, semua kursus MPU di UPM telah dah bersedia untuk ditawarkan secara micro-credential. In fact, dah ada kursus ditawarkan seperti bahasa Melayu yang ditawarkan untuk student SGS, which is student international. Maksudnya dia boleh ambil LPM tu as part of dia punya kursus kursus bukan wajib kursus yang bersyarat tu kan. So dia can become dia punya dalam kurikulum. Ya, boleh memang.
Ya, betul. SGS dia memang dah bekerjasama dengan kita dengan CADe untuk ada kursus, itulah satu kursus. Tapi saya rasa ada satu kursus research method bukan ke belum lagi yang tu?
Belum lagi. Itu belum
Belum
official
lagi,
tapi mereka telah bersedia bahan-bahan untuk
dia dah buat satu.
Yes.
Dia dah try buat itu, nampak macam boleh masuk dalam transkrip apa semua. So lah, I think it's a good initiative from SGS. I think they are the first to step in, make the first move and they approach CADe to help them do this, and then they
ada PTG pun dah call us macam contoh FK. I will go to FK bila next week ke next week.
So ada you need a bigger team lah.
Itulah tak cukup tangan.
Tak handle tu.
Ni dekat Putra Belah, betul sambil cakap pasal Putra Mooc MC the rest.
It's gonna be big.
So
Now it's kind of manageable lah, tapi when it grows I think
yes. Memang. Okay. So dah 12:05 ke ada tersalah ke nak tutup ni?
Okay.
Kesalahan last words from Dr. Salah.
Okay, thank you. So pertama kali saya ucapkan terima kasih lah kepada yang datang hadir ni. Harapnya adalah kalau tak banyak sedikit ilmu atau pengalaman yang saya kongsikan ni dapat beri manfaat. Kalau tak ada, minta maaf lah, mungkin memanglah ada orang dah banyak lagi pengalaman, tapi saya cuba kongsikan apa yang dapat lah. So kalau dapat, Alhamdulillah. Kalau tak dapat, tak apalah, kita sembang-sembang je ni. Saya nampak ada nombor orang datang ni, lega hati jugalah. Dan kemudian satu lagi saya harap kita capailah apa hasil outcome daripada workshop ni supaya nanti kita dapat agak device sendirilah plan strategi untuk approach, ataupun sekarang dah hadiah yang idea yang belum masak tu itu yang kita nak masakkan tu. Jadi harapannya kalau kita boleh tolong bincang, kita no problem, kita sebenarnya nak memudahkan cara banyak. Dan saya juga kan barangkali ucapkan terima kasih kepada CADe lah untuk pengalaman semua. Memang CADe sangat-sangat banyak membantu. Dia memang dia cuba seadanya upaya. Ada benda yang kita macam tertinggal ke tak tahu ke, insyaAllah CADe boleh bantulah. Saya ucapkan terima kasih kepada CADe juga, dan saya ucapkan selamat maju jaya kepada semua yang hadir hari ini. Kalau dah memang ada program yang sedang berjalan, sedang berlangsung, atau ada idea, ada dah ada cakap-cakap ke nak start something project dengan industri atau komuniti, saya ucapkan selamat maju jaya. Itu saja, terima kasih.
Terima kasih banyak Dr. Ahmad Salahuddin. Terima kasih banyak. Tak tahu nak cakap apa dah. Terima kasih banyak. I believe dah banyak dah ilmu yang Dr. share pada peserta hari ini. Terima kasih. Alhamdulillah. Terima kasih. Jumpa lagi di next webinar series